my God, what has come upon us? This land has turned to sorrow. Our children turn like smoke.
In the span of just 1 week, from November 15th to 21st, Nigeria felt as if the sky itself had cracked open and poured out sorrow. A nation that has carried so much hope, resilience, faith, found itself staggering under the weight of fresh grief. It began in Iruku, Kwara State, inside a church where people gathered not for battle, but for evening prayers. Hymns rose, soft and steady, until gunfire tore the sanctuary apart. In seconds, a holy place became a nightmare broadcast to the world. 2 worshippers never made it home. One killed where he prayed, another dragged away and executed in the dark. The pastor and more than 38 others, including mothers and children, were carried off like hostages of the night. Now, their captors demand 100 million naira per life, an unthinkable ransom placed on people who came only to seek peace. Nearby schools shut down in fear. Parents stand at gates that once held safety, now shadowed by uncertainty. But the violence bled beyond worship halls. In Kebbi State on November 17th, bandits stormed a boarding school and abducted 25 young girls. Dreams were taken in the dead of night, a staff member murdered trying to protect them. Then, as dawn broke on November 21st, terror struck again, this time in Papiri, Niger State. St. Mary's Catholic Primary and Secondary School, already warned of danger, was invaded despite its closure. 52 students, some barely 6 years old, were marched away like livestock. The forests swallowed their footsteps, and behind them, families broke open with wails. Nigeria had lost 77 children in days, children who should have been learning multiplication tables, not praying for rescue. Rumors soon erupted in Rukubi, Nasarawa State. Another school attacked, more children gone. Fear spread faster than truth. Parents collapsed, phones rang non-stop, social media trembled. Finally, police confirmed it was a false alarm, hunters mistaken for bandits. Relief came, but it carried a bitter edge. Because in a country drowning in real horrors, even shadows now feel like threats. And while the nation reeled, tragedy unfolded in Delta State. In Warri, a tanker accident ignited into a blazing inferno. Dozens who rushed to scoop spilled fuel, desperate for survival in a country where scarcity bites hard, were trapped in a fire that burned everything in seconds. At least 35 lives turned to ash, ordinary people caught in the cruel gap between poverty and danger. Then came the heartbreak on a Jagua highway. A bus carrying NYSC members, young graduates who had set out to serve their nation, skidded into tragedy. 7 Corps members died, their khaki uniforms soaked in rain and dust, their futures abruptly erased. They were supposed to be the face of tomorrow. Instead, their parents received bodies instead of graduation photos. By week end, Nigeria stood bruised. Over 40 dead, 77 children abducted, families shattered from Kwara to Kebbi, Niger to Delta, Jagua to Nasarawa. Churches mourned, schools emptied, roads claimed lives, and ordinary Nigerians carried the weight of fear like a second skin. Nigeria bleeds, yes, but Nigeria also endures. Like and follow for more information and stories.